Hello, television family. Tuesday is here, second day of June, 2026. I'm Dan Kuntz, your host. This is Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Very pleasant morning, very pleasant day in store for us today. Things are going to change a little bit tonight. We're in for a pretty interesting Wednesday. We're going to cloud up, could see some thunderstorms. Wednesday afternoon and Wednesday night, there is a little short wave that's going to come through via the Gulf of Alaska, and you know how they can be. And then we turn right around for some very pleasant weekend, just very pleasant weather just in time for the weekend. Forecast details. We'll bat lead off, if you pardon the baseball analogy. We have news, as we always do. We have sports. Although now that the spring high school sports season is over, in fact, the high school sports season is over altogether, we're pretty much down to Mariners baseball and Apple Sox baseball for a while in our world of sports coverage, but that's the nature of the beast. You can't cover games that don't happen. In the back half of the program, my buddy Russ Alman, who's a communications guy, development director for the Foothills Community Center, he sends me these cool videos every once in a while, and I really like the one that he sent me late last week, and I said I'm going to get it on the air. They do line dancing classes with Frankie Fitzjarrald at the Foothills Community Center on Maple Street. They do them on Monday and Friday, and it's for anybody who wants to learn how to line dance, and it's pretty cool. As you well know, we do a number of programs here on the NCW Live channel from our friends at the Foothills Community Center, so we thought we'd check in with Russ and Frankie. Great conversation there. And a brand new opinion from Mike Mad Dog McNaughty. You've never seen it because we never aired it, but it's making its debut here today. You don't want to miss that. It's tour time, and we have a beautiful morning to pick from our cameras. No, just a few high clouds. That's about it. 77 is what we topped off yesterday, which was pretty much exactly as predicted. We'll be about 3 or 4 degrees warmer than that today. We're not going to have as much cloud cover today as we had yesterday. We're still under the influence of a weak ridge of high pressure. Great view from the jump-off ridge camera. That is phenomenal. You can see pretty much the entire Wenatchee Valley. The south end of town is blocked by the ridge that sticks out where Wenatchee Heights is. Outside of that, gorgeous view there. You can see the hills around Lake Chelan way off in the distance. That is just stunning. That's from our jump-off ridge camera, the Three Lakes area in the lower right-hand corner of your screen, and a good chunk of the Stemilk Basin, too. Hang in there, cherries. Just keep right on growing. Hey, 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 it's Hay Canyon. Looking to the south and the east towards the Wenatchee Valley. Just a few high clouds up there, and that's about it. Good morning to Cashmere. That place will be hopping for the Wenatchee River Bluegrass Festival here in a few weekends. Looking forward to that. And finally up to McNeil Canyon. Yesterday I was speculating on how much the lake needs to get up to its normal height for this time of the year, and a viewer emailed me, and I want to thank him. He said he was out on his boat on Lake Chelan over the weekend, and said by his judgment it looked like they still needed a couple of feet to get up to regular height. So they're a little behind schedule for getting Lake Chelan filled to the brim, if you will, but they'll get there. In the meantime, most boaters can get into the water and out of the water without too much difficulty. There's just a little bit more beach right now than there normally is, but not that much. It's Tuesday. We always check in with the Climate Prediction Center. Your long-term forecast. This takes us from Sunday of this week through Thursday of next week. You want it really warm? Go to the upper Midwest. Go to Minnesota and Wisconsin and North Dakota and South Dakota and maybe a little bit of Kansas and Iowa there. They're going to be warm. We're going to be normal as far as temperatures are concerned, mid to upper 70s. For the afternoon highs and mid-50s for the overnight lows, and the same deal with precipitation. We're going to be about normal, which means not a lot. When we get to June, we really don't have any days of significant rain. We just get the occasional pop-up thunderstorm, which of course is in the forecast for tomorrow, but this is for the next couple of weeks, starting again on Sunday and taking us through Thursday. And yeah, things are going to get a little unsettled tomorrow, especially in the early evening hours during the warmest part of the day. We have about a 50% chance of at least showers, but we could see thunderstorms. Thunderstorms, as we talked about this before, they have a mind of their own. They can predict them with somewhat accuracy, but thunderstorms do their own thing. Everything has to come to a head. So we could actually see some thunderstorms on Wednesday afternoon and Wednesday night, as a matter of fact, and there's going to be some wind associated with that Wednesday night and spilling into Thursday. But just a quick heads up, we'll know more about the possibility of a thunderstorm by this time tomorrow when we visit, but we do have about a 50% chance of rain. From our friends at Colonial Vista Senior Living in Wenatchee, where comfort, care, and community come together. Going to see more sunshine today than we had yesterday, with a high of about 81. That's warm for this time of the year. Normal high is 75. Increasing clouds tonight. While you're sleeping, the clouds will roll in. This system from the Gulf of Alaska moves into the neighborhood. 58 for the overnight low. Going to be cloudy all day on Wednesday. Chance of rain? Yes. Chance of thunderstorms? Yes. We're going to say about a 50% chance of something happening on Wednesday afternoon and Wednesday night. Now, the clouds are going to clear out overnight Wednesday, but the winds are not going to die down. It's going to get windy Wednesday night into Thursday. Quite a bit of sunshine Thursday. Cooler with this air coming down from Alaska. We're only going to get to 77, which is still about normal for this time of the year. But it's going to be breezy Wednesday night and Thursday night. But Friday, really not dealing with a great deal of wind during the day. Late on Friday night, the winds will pick back up again. Wenatchee High School's commencement exercises, of course, is outdoors, so plan accordingly. I'll let you know about what the temperature will be at 8 o'clock on Friday. We'll do that tomorrow because that's when it starts, at 8 o'clock on Friday. And then we just have sunshine and pretty nice weather, really, into the weekend. Going to take a 2-minute break and come back with your headlines on this Tuesday. You're watching Wake Up in Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Life channel.
The Surf and Slide Water Park is open from Memorial Day through Labor Day. Surf and Slide is located in the heart of Central Washington in Moses Lake with activities for all ages and abilities. Check out Surf and Slide's Flow Rider Surfing Simulator, Lazy River, 2 200-foot water slides, tube slides, and diving boards. Our children's area includes a Treasure Island water structure, splash pad, and baby octopus slide. For season passes, visit us online or find Surf and Slide on Facebook.
Fibercrete fireproof safety rooms can be the difference between life and death for you and your family. Typical fireproof safety rooms are 8x8 Fibercrete panels providing a solid sanctuary. Fibercrete safety rooms can be above ground, buried underground, or built within new home construction. Best of all, a safety room by Fibercrete is very affordable. Call 360-770-2088. You owe it to your family to find out more about Fibercrete safety rooms.
Are you dealing with a pest or weed issue and you just don't know what to do?
We use the best pest control methods approved for areas with kids and pets.
Whether it's rats, mice, ants, or spiders,
or something else altogether, we provide the coaching and solutions you're looking for.
And you can know that your dollars are supporting a local, family-owned and operated business.
Allow us to help you get back to living healthy and pest-free. Harvest Valley Pest Control.
Your favorite local channel is now available for free on your smart TV and connected streaming devices. Watch live programming and catch up with the latest shows on demand. See the local stories that matter to you. NCW Life, now on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV.
Some high clouds. We are at 56 degrees. We'll be about 80 today with a few high clouds, but sunshine for the most part for everybody. Clouds increase in tonight. Will be cloudy all day Wednesday. Maybe some rain, maybe even some thunderstorms possible Wednesday night, and a little windy too at times. It's 9 minutes after the hour. The investigation continues by the Wenatchee Police Department on what they say is a homicide that occurred over the weekend on the back porch of a South Wenatchee business. NCW Life and Wenatchee World reporter Oscar Rodriguez went to the scene and got the story.
Police responded Saturday about 10:14 a.m. to a call for a welfare check at the Lionex of Wenatchee shop, where the owner says he found an unresponsive person in the back. The owner told NCW Life that he was disturbed by the whole scene, noticing blood all around the body. Police arrived on the scene and determined the person was dead and are currently investigating the matter as a homicide. Sergeant Joe Ian Monday did not have anything further to add and said that the investigation is currently in its preliminary phase. The police department is asking that anyone with working surveillance cameras in the area or anyone with related information contact the police department. I'm Oscar Rodriguez reporting with NCW Life.
Thank you, Oscar. Today marks 10 days with Chelan County government offices working without phones. They have no email, no internet, nor access to electronic records. Chelan County has been slowed by a malware attack that was detected over Memorial Day weekend that forced most of its electronic systems down. They're still down. The county website and business portals remain deactivated while IT professionals try and secure the systems. But most offices are still doing business the old-fashioned way, processing payments by cash and check only. And this morning, Chelan County Commissioners planned an executive session to interview applicants to fill the post of county auditor on an interim basis. Of course, longtime auditor Skip Moore retired at the end of April, and commissioners now must name a substitute until a new full-time auditor is seated after the November general election. A man is facing attempted murder charges in an alleged pipe bomb attack that led police to cordon off an entire city block in Brewster last Thursday. 40-year-old Cody Franklin Webster, he's in jail on suspicion of attempted murder and explosives violations. Again, this happened on Thursday near the intersection of Main Avenue and 4th Street in Brewster. That's when a man reported finding a pipe bomb under the back tire of his parked vehicle. Brewster police cleared the area, called the Spokane County Explosive Disposal Unit. Specialists from that unit determined the device was a live explosive. They defused it. Police say they identified Webster as the suspect in the case and arrested him the same day. They alleged Webster planted the device as a targeted attack. A bilingual regional wildlife preparation website is now available for North Central Washington residents to find different wildfire information, all in one portal, wildfirencw.org. It's also available in Spanish. Was developed by the Regional Wildfire Working Group. That group was facilitated by Our Valley, Our Future. It includes several public agencies and local organizations, with the Cascadia Conservation District and the Chelan PUD as lead partners. The website will help residents prepare their homes and property, track active wildfires, check burn bans and burn alerts, and know what you can do before and after a fire. Our Valley, Our Future says a centralized website like this one has been in discussion for a long time, over a decade, and this website's launch fulfills an objective within the organization's current action plan. NCW Life has been honored with a journalism prize for its coverage of an educational issue in the Kashmir school system. And when I mean us, I mean Jordan. The Society of Professional Journalists, the Northwest region of that group, singled out our own Jordan Gonzalez. Remember her story about Kate Jacobson? She was the Kashmir High School student who battled with the district last year over her eligibility for valedictorian. Jacobson enrolled at Kashmir High School for her senior year after previously attending private school, and the district said that disqualified her from the valedictorian title, despite her grade average being 4.0. Well, Jacobson's family sued, and Chelan County Superior Court Judge Travis Brandt overruled the district's decision because it had no written policy in effect. The story took third place in SPJ's 2025 Education Reporting Awards for small media markets. One judge in the contest called Gonzalez's coverage a, quote, interesting situation involving the concept of valedictorian. Last year, of course, Jordan won SPJ's first place award in the at-large multimedia category for her reporting on harassment at Wenatchee Valley College. Good for Jordan. She sits right next to me. I'm sure I played an inspirational role there. That's the news on this Tuesday. If you want to stay in the loop, watch the news. We work hard at it. 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and 10 o'clock, the NCW Life Evening News. 5, 6, and 10 right here on this TV station. That's when it's on the air. It's also on the web via YouTube. It'll be posted on our YouTube page right around 5 o'clock. We'll put a link in our Facebook page. Don't forget we stream 24/7. So if you go to our homepage, ncwlife.com, you can watch any of our programming live because, well, you can. And we have an email address, news@ncwlife.com. Another great Mariner victory, another walk-off win. They're getting good at them. Sports is next. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Life channel.
At Colonial Vista Senior Living, we believe life is meant to be lived fully. Our wellness programs inspire residents to stay strong, flexible, and confident every day. Here, curiosity is encouraged, friendships are nurtured, and every activity is an opportunity to connect, create, and enjoy life together. We invite you to experience the lifestyle at Colonial Vista Senior Living for yourself and discover why so many call our community home.
Hi, I'm Amanda Walden with A. Walden Insurance Group. Medicare can be overwhelming, but you don't have to figure it out alone. I've been helping people understand their Medicare options for over a decade. Medicare isn't a one-size-fits-all. I'll help you understand your coverage options so you can feel confident in your decisions. Let's find the right Medicare plan for you. Call me today or come and see me at my office located on South Chelan Avenue in Wenatchee between the YMCA and the Social Security office. I look forward to meeting you soon.
Chelan PUD works hard year-round to reduce fire risk and provide dependable service for our customers. But when extreme fire weather is forecasted, we may resort to a public safety power shutoff, turning off power to a specific area in order to prevent fire. In this rare event, we'll keep you informed before, during, and after the shutoff. To stay prepared and check if you're in a PSPS zone, visit chelanpud.org/PSPS.
Highlander Golf Course and Grill, your place for fun, food, and friends. Happy hour every day, 2 to 7. Try their brand new menu and famous prime rib every Saturday night. Planning a celebration? Book your holiday party, wedding, or private event, even in their exclusive simulator rooms. Highlander Golf Course and Grill, where every day is a celebration. Visit today.
Sports at 17 minutes after the hour. Cole Young hit the game-winning base hit in the bottom of the 10th inning. Make it 7 in a row now. Mariners beat the Mets yesterday at T-Mobile Park. The final was 3-2. Yeah, that 7-game winning streak is the best so far for the Mariners. It's also their third walk-off win in their last 4 games, and they're now 3 games over 500.
Hammer this down the line to right field and gone! Cole Emerson homers again! And the Mariners take a 1-0 lead. His second home run on the homestand. Ryan, this kid just might be the real deal.
Like Mets-Yankees type crowd.
Yeah. Ooh. Young hits one well out to center field. Rodriguez back to the warning track at the wall. It's out of here! Jared Young close to home, hits a home run to tie the game. Second home run of the year for Young, and the Mets get even 1-1. First base runner of the night for the Mets, and he touches them all.
It's going to be really hard to keep Jared Young out of this lineup.
And that ball was just absolutely waffled.
This is more like what the Mets expected after they signed him to the big contract.
Ewing comes racing in, and he makes a sensational catch.
Man, AJ, this thing is dying fast off the end of the bat. Looked like a hit, especially in this ballpark with so much space to cover. There he is, gets it right in the webbing. His hat falls off like his helmet, I feel like.
Getting some momentum going for this offense could be the secret.
High fly, right field, back and gone! Game tying 7th inning home run, Josh Naylor. There have been 4 hits in this game combined. 4 solo home runs.
Crawford 9 home runs. He had just 12 all of last year.
And he lines that one to center. On comes Ewing. He dives and he makes the catch. Second terrific play by Ewing tonight on a sinking line drive hit by Crawford.
Ground ball taking its time to Young. And did he get the tag? Was there a throw to first base out there? Now what's the umpire saying at second?
No way he's calling interference on this.
Umpires are meeting here. And he's out at second base and out. It's a double play.
Okay, so the fielder does have the right of way there. Even though Colt does a nice job of avoiding the runner, catching the ball and applying the tag all in one clean swoop. This is a really tremendous play right here.
1-0. Broken bat, dropping base hit. They've done it again. This time, Cole Young. Walk-off win once more for the Mariners. been getting to work out recently.
A lot of celebrations happening on this field.
Cole, this is your third career walk-off, second career walk-off hit. What do you have to tell yourself? What do you have to remind yourself in those situations?
Yeah, just got to stay simple, especially in those situations when the infield's in, you know, just put the ball in play and good things happen.
You know, this is fun, but you guys don't have to. I don't want to say you deserve that. You earned that, my friend. How's that feel?
Feels good. Feels good to get a win, so let's keep it going.
All right. I was saying, you know, this is fun. You guys don't have to walk it off every other night. You guys could just, you know, lead it wire to wire, but maybe you prefer this.
I mean, a win's a win, so we'll take it. Yeah, I don't care how we win, but if we win, it's good.
This is another one-run win for you guys, and it's just this the key is the execution. You know, the stolen base and understanding what needs to happen in that at bat.
Yeah, that's huge. You know, the Randy Still was big, brought the infield in, so you know, sac fly would have done the job, but you know, it makes it so much easier to hit when the infield's in. So just the little things go such a long way.
Congratulations, Cole. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
Logan Gilbert gets the ball tonight for Game 2 of the series. First pitch is at 6:40 on Mariners.tv. Mondays are pretty light in Major League Baseball. Yesterday, no exception. There's the Mariners' extra inning victory over the Mets. The Rangers snuck by the Cardinals 2-1. The Rockies beat the Angels by just 1 run. Wenatchee Apple Sox baseball still on the road. They won't be home until later on this week. They had 3 games at Edmonton scheduled over the weekend. They only played 2. They beat Edmonton on Friday on the road. Lost to Edmonton Saturday on the road. Then they were rained out on Sunday. They were off yesterday, and now they get to take on the Bellingham Bells in Bellingham. These 2 squads have quite the rivalry. Apple Sox baseball is back. Apple Sox 1-1 on the year. Bellingham is 2-1. And those were just some of the games that people are playing. If you want to, you can commemorate or celebrate National Rocky Road Day today. That's the ice cream. It's National Bubba Day for you Bubbas out there. But today we're going to celebrate National Leave the Office Early Day today. Lee, what do you think, Mac? Okay, cool. I'm out of here. See ya. Oh, we still have 37 minutes to go, Malcolm? Okay. Well, thought I'd celebrate Leave the Office Early Day today. Apparently I won't be able to do that. But who's kidding who? Americans work harder than almost any country. The stats speak for themselves. The average American works 49 hours a week. That's about 350 more hours per year than the average European. If you work in the Netherlands, you don't work at all. The average work week in the Netherlands is 29 hours. They know how to do it there. Fewer workers use Friday as a sick day than any other day of the week. Monday is the #1 work day when people phone in sick. That's no surprise there. In Australia, for whatever reason, the #1 day that people phone in sick is Tuesdays. I don't know. That's in Australia. If you start work, full-time work, at the age of 20, and you work 40 hours a week until you're 65, you will have spent 90,000 hours of your life working. And according to researchers, the first resume was apparently written by Leonardo da Vinci. I wonder what that looked like. I can do a little bit of everything and do it well. And about 1/3 of all Americans work more than 40 hours a week. And if you work 2 jobs or a sole proprietor, you own your own business, you're working something along the lines of 60 to 70 hours a week. Leave work early today, like I almost did. It's 24 minutes after the hour. Today in history. You gotta love the chutzpah of the Chippewa Indians. There was a fort in Mackinac City, what is now Mackinac City, Michigan, and the local natives, the Chippewas, would play lacrosse to entertain the local troops stationed at this garrison, at this fort. They would go out, the troops would go out and watch the locals, the Chippewas, play lacrosse. And they also employed the Chippewa women as domestics in their fort. They would do cooking and laundry and things like that. And so they let the women come and go through the walls of the fort, through the gate, on a fairly regular basis. Well, in the meantime, the women were sneaking in weapons. And on this date in 1763, the Chippewas decided to play a little lacrosse outside the fort. And on purpose, they let the lacrosse ball roll through the gates of the fort, and they ran in to get the ball, and then they grabbed all the hidden weapons, and they started killing the troops. Yeah, they killed about 15. There was a 35-man garrison. They killed about 15 of them, kind of a little Trojan horse kind of thing. Yeah, they ran into the fort and had at it. That was on this date 263 years ago today. The rest of this is baseball. We talked about Lou Gehrig yesterday when he started his streak. He broke into the starting lineup the next day. It was on this date 101 years ago today. Now the legend is Wally Pipp, the Yankees first baseman, who was a pretty good first baseman, walked into the clubhouse before the game on this date in 1925 complaining of a headache. Miller Huggins, the manager, overheard Wally Pipp. This is the story. Said, Wally, take the day off. We'll put Gehrig in. He'll play first base. You can nurse your headache and rest up a little bit. And of course, Lou Gehrig would start at first base for the rest of the year and pretty much for the rest of his career. Wally Pipp ended up getting traded at the end of the year, but that's not really happened. The bottom line is the Yankees were just playing bad baseball, and Miller Huggins said, we're in the business of winning baseball games, and Gehrig is better than Pipp. I'm putting him in the lineup. He made all kinds of lineup changes before this game on June 2nd, 1925. So whether the Wally Pipp story has any validity to it, I don't think it does. It's just a great baseball story. But Wally Pipp got benched because he wasn't playing very well. But to Wally Pipp's credit, and I think this is important to note, Wally Pipp was an excellent defensive first baseman. And once he realized he was not going to go back into the starting lineup, that Gehrig was going to be there, he taught on his own time and volition Lou Gehrig the finer points of playing defensive first base, because Lou Gehrig wasn't much of a defensive first baseman. He could belt the ball a mile. And so he taught him how to play first base from a defensive standpoint. So good to you, Wally. Lou is in. Wally is out. Another baseball note, the Babe is done. 91 years ago today. He, of course, signed with the Boston Braves after the Yankees let him go in the 1934 season. He signed with the Braves. He just did not have it anymore. He was fat. He was 40. He was done. He was hitting 181, struggling at the plate. They brought in Babe Ruth, the Braves did, to be a gate attraction, not only in Boston, but in other National League cities where Babe Ruth didn't normally play. But it was over. Babe Ruth said, I'm done. He never would play another game. Of course, he retired with 714 career home runs, most in Major League history at the time. In second place, when Babe Ruth retired, was Lou Gehrig. He had 378 career home runs at that point. That was on this date of 1935. Lou Gehrig died on this date 85 years ago today from amyotrophic lateral sclerosis in New York City. He was only 37 years old. It's a muscular disease. The brain doesn't tell the muscles what to do. The muscles begin to atrophy, and you get to the point where even the muscles that control the lungs don't work anymore. And he was only 37 years old, which means he probably spent the last 2.5, 3 years of his legendary career playing baseball with ALS. Lou Gehrig died on this date in 1941. And 36 years ago today, I wasn't there, but I listened to it on the radio at the Kingdome in Seattle on this date in 1990. Randy Johnson pitches the first no-hitter in Mariner history. He struck out 8. He walked 6. He had control problems back in those days. Here's the final out.
Here comes the left-hander's wide. The 0-2 pitch on the way. Swing! It's over! He has done it! High fastball. Randy Johnson being mobbed by Scott Bradley down to greet him and the entire Mariner team. Here on the 2nd of June, it ends at 9:51 Pacific Daylight Time. Randy Johnson with the first Mariner no-hitter in history, and they are going crazy. Everybody saluting the tallest man to ever put on a uniform in the history of baseball. Randy Johnson has done it. He has no-hit the Detroit Tigers tonight 2-0. My, oh my.
He would get another, of course. He threw a perfect game for the Diamondbacks. About 15 years after that, Randy Johnson throws the first no-hitter in Mariner history, and it's hard to believe it's been 36 years. Birthdays. One of the greatest backbeats in the history of music, certainly rock and roll, Charlie Watts. Only he, Keith Richards, and Mick Jagger appeared on every studio album that the Rolling Stones have ever done. In fact, he's on the new Rolling Stones album that's going to come out in a couple of days, even though he died 5 years ago at the age of 80. But I'm permanently addicted to the backbeat of Charlie Watts, certainly one of the greatest rock and roll drummers of all time. We miss him. He and his wife Shirley, by the way, were married for 56 years, so he didn't quite live the same kind of lifestyle that Mick and Keith and Ron and Brian did. Jerry Mathers, the Beaver, is 78 years old today, and unlike a lot of child stars, he was smart with his money. He made a lot of money and leave it to Beaver, and then he became a very successful real estate agent and investor in his later years. Happy 78th to Jerry Mathers and Dana Carvey, one of the great impersonators of all time. He's good. He's really good. He was fantastic on Saturday Night Live and on the Dana Carvey Show, which only lasted about 5 episodes, but they're still good. He's 71 years old today. For heat and air, call Alpine Air. For heat and air, call Alpine Air. Take a look at your HVAC system. Maybe it's time for a brand new one. What they're doing with today's HVAC systems is pretty incredible stuff. The technological jumps, and they're so efficient, and they cost you a lot less than some of the older ones. Dunk the clunker, get a new one. Call Alpine Air. They'll tell you all about it. Going to take a break. A brand new opinion from Mike Mad Dog McNaughty rolls your way. And then my good buddy Russ Alman, who is the communications and development guy for the Foothills Community Center. He had a nice little talk with Frankie Fitzjarrald. Frankie teaches line dancing at Foothills on Mondays and Fridays, and you're more than welcome to learn how to line dance. If I can do it, you can. That conversation when we come back. You're watching Wake Up in Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Life channel.
NCW Life Channel is your local TV station. We believe in being the spotlight and mirror to the communities we serve in North Central Washington. Programming on NCW Life would not be possible without our sponsors. Special thanks to our platinum sponsor, Alpine Air. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air.
Celebrate America at the Real Homes Rock Fest on the last Saturday in June. Great bands including Too Slim and the Tail Draggers and the best Bon Jovi tribute band, Non Jovi. It all happens at the Rock Island Golf Course. Free shuttle service with food and craft vendors and a wine and beer garden. Be prepared for family fun entertainment and live music to the fireworks show. The Real Homes Rock Fest at the Rock Island Golf Course Saturday, June 27th, 2026.
When your heating or cooling system is giving you trouble, call the Diagnostic Doctor from Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning.
Here's the culprit right here.
All joking aside, when you call Dick's, you're calling 35 years of experience at customer service right here in the Wenatchee Valley. Dick's strongly believes in repairing before replacing, and they service all major brands of HVAC units.
You trust the same doctor for your health and the same dentist for your smile. Trust Global Car Care to keep your vehicle running strong. We track your car's history so it gets the right care at the right time. With our 3-year, 36,000-mile warranty on parts and labor, you'll drive away with confidence. Global Car Care, your automotive experts. We service all makes and models, but specialize in Sprinter vans, Mercedes, Audi, Volkswagen, and BMW. Call or visit us today.
this is Mike, Mad Dog Magnati, and everybody is entitled to my opinion. Now, my wife, Rosie, and I have a really successful marriage. We still like each other, and we've learned to accept each other, and quite frankly, for me at least, there's no one I'd rather go to the movies with, go on a drive with, generally just do life with. So someone asked me once if there was any issue with me that I continue to be irritated with Rosie about, and I said, yes, honestly, there is one. For the past 47 years, she corrects just about everything I say. Rosie then just said 48 years. This is Mike, Mad Dog Magnati, and that's my opinion. She.
Your favorite local channel is now available for free on your smart TV and connected streaming devices. Watch live programming and catch up with the latest shows on demand. See the local stories that matter to you. NCW Life, now on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV.
Apple Valley Honda is bringing the future of driving to you. Introducing the all-new, all-electric Honda Prologue EV. Say goodbye to gas stations and hello to a whisper-quiet ride and zero emissions. The wait is over. Finally, a local option for a quality EV from a brand with a track record of exceptional quality and reliability. Experience the Honda Prologue EV for yourself at family-owned Apple Valley Honda. Stay close to home and visit us at Apple Valley Honda today for the life you live.
We've all dreamt of moving somewhere new. But what are home prices like? How are the schools? What are the state income taxes? And how's the weather? For all your questions, the Coldwell Banker Move Meter has answers. It's the only tool that lets you compare cities by cost and quality of living, so you can get a better idea of what your dream looks like and start making it come true. The Move Meter, only from Coldwell Banker. Live well with Coldwell.
For over 35 years, the Sangster family has been not only representing GMC, but the entire community.
As one of the few family-owned dealerships in Washington, you can count on our personal integrity, which has spanned over 3 generations, to ensure your satisfaction.
Sangster Motors stands behind everything we sell, from GMC professional-grade products and service from a professional-grade dealership.
Remember, caring about your family is what brings you back to ours.
Hi, this is Russ Alman, Communications Director at the Foothills Community Center, and I'm here today with Frankie Fitzjarrald. I have to make sure because it's spelled different than. And Frankie is our line dance instructor, and just kind of wanted to give you an update. We did an interview a few years ago when we were doing the TV show on NCW Life, but I wanted to do a kind of a follow-up with her. Because the class has really taken off, and there's been a lot of interest, and we have a lot of activity classes here, and want to make sure that people know about all the activities that we're doing. So, Frankie, tell me, how did you get into line dancing originally?
Originally, we would go visit my parents after they retired to Arizona, and so for 2 weeks I'd go down and dance, and then we retired 32 years ago, and I continued to do the same thing, and then I had too much fun and decided, well, I can teach this better than these guys can, so I started teaching, and I taught in Arizona for 20 years.
And how long have you been teaching line dancing for the senior center and now community center?
Let's see, the first time before COVID, I'm trying to remember what year that was that I started. It was probably close to 8 years ago. And then, of course, we had that hiatus of COVID. And so when it was about 3 years ago that we opened back up. When did we open back up?
Yeah, 3 years.
Yeah, as soon as they opened up, I came back and been going strong ever since.
Yeah, and the classes have definitely been continuing to grow. So tell me what days your classes are.
I teach on Mondays and Fridays, and I teach a high beginner at 10 to 10:45, and then I teach a beginner class from 10:45 to 11:30.
Okay. And I know the classes have been growing, but tell me about the attendance at the classes.
The high beginner class has around 15 people, probably 20 if they all show up at the same time. The regular beginner class, it has around 40 people, and most of them show up all the time. But it's so much fun.
So there is room still.
Oh heavens, yes. Oh yeah. Yeah, you don't have to be far apart when you line dance. You can be as close as you want to be, or just so you don't run into somebody.
Right. So what kind of previous experience do people typically have when they come to the classes?
Most of them have never line danced. In fact, my advanced class, most of them had never line danced, and they just all you have to do is use your mind and your body, but you have to think, because you have to learn the steps, and it's really good for dementia.
Mm-hmm. And I do want to point out too that now that we're Foothills Community Center, and we've always been open to all adults, but that is still true. So anybody over 18 can be a member here and take these classes.
Correct.
And they are free, right? They're including your membership.
Yes. Right.
So $50 a year membership.
Correct.
You can take a class. You can take line dancing classes every week.
Right. And we even allow men, and we have men, not a whole lot, but they enjoy it as much as the women do, but they have to want to dance.
Yeah. I have seen a few out there.
Yeah.
So what types of music do you typically use?
I use a lot of different ones, but mostly country and of course rock and roll, because that's the era that we are. And I really enjoy dancing to country. It's got a good beat and it's easy to follow. Rock and roll is just fun. And then we do a lot of waltzes too. We do cha-chas. We do mambos. We do a lot of different ones, but yeah, all of them are fun to learn.
And as you did mention, this is a very good activity for people with memory issues.
Right.
Balance issues.
Right.
To me, this seems like it's very complementary to our sail classes.
Mm-hmm. It is, yes. Yes, and it's easy to move when you have a beat, and I've never been to the sail, so I don't know if they have background music or what. But,
yeah.
Yeah.
The official sail classes have a specific track of songs that they use.
Oh, good.
Partially I'm assuming partially for memory, and then muscle memory too.
Right.
So,
yeah.
But their focus is on
balance,
maintaining balance, and fall prevention.
Yeah.
And I think in a lot of ways these classes are similar.
Right. Right.
Because it does, and it like you said, it improves memory because you have to learn the steps and muscle coordination. And it's light exercise.
Yep.
So
yeah.
I don't see too many people breaking a sweat.
Right, right. Yeah, I've been to many seminars in Arizona and in Las Vegas and Southern California, and that's what they would focus on is for stave off Alzheimer's and keep your body moving when you reach retirement age.
How do you see the line dancing changing, or I don't know, adapting as we move forward? Because we do have, one of the things the elephant in the room for us is the baby boomers are all retiring, and more of them are coming in, and we're trying to figure out ways to keep them to interest them and engage them so that we can get more of them to come in as members.
Yeah.
So do you have any comments about that?
Well, if you've noticed in the paper lately, there's been a lot of line dance going on in the valley now. And I think it's just coming back, and I think that's going to draw the younger people, which I have gotten a few of them already, so they can learn it, so they can go out in the evenings and line dance at the wineries and places. So,
well, and it's probably a skill that they can adapt, right? Once they learn steps, so they can do different types of music with it.
Yep.
And one of the things that's come to mind for me, I think I've mentioned this to you before, is, you know, with baby boomers, I think going back into their youth, a lot of them are going to want to do disco.
Exactly.
I have a feeling disco is going to come back.
Right.
Which is kind of scary.
Right.
And next it'll be the bell bottoms and all that, you know, leisure suits.
Right. Oh no.
But you know, it wouldn't surprise me at all if disco becomes popular again, because as the baby boomers retire, that's kind of
whole
their
new
background.
music
and
genre.
it's a different music genre, but I mean, a lot of the steps are adaptable to any type of music. Right?
Oh, I'm sure. But I don't know if I could. I've never done disco, so I could probably do it, but I would have to figure it out.
Yeah, that might be an idea for the future if we had another instructor that wanted to do some other classes and do it disco
heavens,
style.
yes. Yep.
I mean, it's the same concept. Many of the steps are the same. It's just different music.
Yeah, yeah. But they have to have a way to get the music here.
Yeah. Anything else you want to add about these about your classes?
No, I just think it's very important for any age to stay moving, healthy, and using their mind and their body, no matter what age they are.
And I think that's a really good point too. And you know, I'm guilty of this too. 'Cause I'm in my 50s now. I have a job where I sit a lot, and I obviously need to move more. You know, but movement and exercise doesn't mean necessarily you have to go to the gym and get on a treadmill and work up a huge sweat.
Right.
The most important thing is to just keep moving.
Yeah. Yep.
And it doesn't have to be high impact, high intensity.
Right.
You know, just getting up and moving around on a regular basis does wonders for your body, for your
My
health.
oldest child is 62, so you're younger than any of my 4 kids. So, yeah.
So, do any of your kids into line dancing now?
My oldest daughter, she's my assistant teacher.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and she's 50. Well, she'll be 60 this year. And the other ones live in Chicago and Minnesota, so I don't know what they do, but I don't think they line dance.
Are you from the
I'm
Midwest,
born and
Virginia, or
raised
from
in
here?
Winthrop.
Okay, so you're from the area, and they moved east.
Right, yeah. Yeah.
So, okay. Well, thank you for doing a follow-up interview with us.
Okay.
I know we did it before, but I think it's been about 5 years.
Oh yeah.
Since we talked, and that was during COVID. So you know, we were mostly telling people what they could do once it was available.
Right.
Now they can.
Yes.
So
yeah.
You know, we have again the classes are on Fridays from 9:30 to
10 o'clock. To 10:45 is for the high beginner, and from 10:45 to 11:30 is the beginner on Monday and Friday.
Okay.
Both.
And people can take both classes if
Yes.
they want?
Oh heavens, yes. I have quite a few of my high beginners stay for the other ones. It's just fun. You just like to dance. You don't care if you're learning new steps or not. And I don't teach as many new steps on the beginner one.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for doing this with me
Yeah.
today.
Well, thanks for having me, Russ.
All right.
So my name is Sakota. I am the volunteer program manager here at the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society. And our pet of the week this week is Opal. He's a great little mouse. Pretty cool guy. He's an albino mouse. So he's got some little cute pink eyes in there. And then he's all pure white with the little pink tail. Sometimes you'll see in mice that they have like a darker tail with darker body. But because he's albino, he has just kind of that whiter look to him with the pink eyes. So he came in with a couple of other mice, and the other two have since been adopted, but he is our last one remaining. The other two that came in were female, and so he was our only male. They're pretty self-containing. They will take care of themselves. As you can see, he's kind of grooming himself right now, so they keep themselves fairly clean. Outside of that, they love to play around. They'll burrow in their cages. They love to dig and hide out wherever they can. So they love to run around. This one was an owner surrender, so he was very social and loves to be held, as you can see. And he just loves to run everywhere. They'll run circles around their cages, and they love to run around in tunnels and things like that as well. Just like dogs or cats, some of them love to be handled and some of them don't. This one, though, loves to be handled. He loves to be running all over you and cuddle with you and all the things. So if that's something you're into and love to cuddle with some mice, then he's your guy. He's gonna want someone who can, be social with him and interact with him. I would keep him away from a cat or a dog. Sometimes they can go after him too. So our Clear the Shelter went great. We are very limited in animals right now because of it, which is awesome. We had almost a full shelter, and now we're filling them back up and filling all the cages. And some of our really long stay dogs had gotten adopted, so that was really cool to see. So we're open from 12:30 to 6 p.m. Adoptions are complete by 5:30. And then he'll be over in our front office area in our small critters room, which is behind me. And so he's really fun to come and check out. And his adoption fee is, I think, $15, but I'm not quite sure.
Give them a call at 509-662-9577 or visit their website at wenatcheehumane.org.
Somewhere behind these doors is a family member, often alone, taking care of a loved one with Alzheimer's or some other disability, or providing care for a loved one who is not ill but only aging and no longer able to care for themselves. In the field of caregiving, this is the home front. For the home is where most Americans will live out their last days. Contact Aging and Adult Care of Central Washington for a variety of services, including caregiving, meals, and medication help.
News, weather, and sports. It's all here weekdays at 5, 6, and 10 on your local news source, the NCW Life Channel.
Hey, welcome back to Save Mart. What can we help you find today?
We're looking for a mattress.
Oh, right this way. We got a large selection. We have this pillow top here.
Oh, comfortable.
We have more to choose from down here.
Oh.
I think I have the perfect one over here for you.
I guess we'll take this one.
You'll find it at Save Mart. Full service at a low, low price.
Community is more than just a place. It's the people, stories, and connections we share. At the Wenatchee World, we're your neighbors, your storytellers, and your trusted voice. From uncovering the issues that matter most to celebrating the moments that bring us together. We deliver the stories that keep the community moving forward. The Wenatchee World, your community voice, here every day.
Just a few high clouds, filtered sunshine, if you will, 57 degrees. We're in for a beautiful day today. Not so much on Wednesday and Wednesday night. We'll do the forecast one more time, but we have a little extra time, so cameras around the valley, why not? We got them let's use them. Let's see what we're looking like. There is the Wenatchee Valley, of course, from our Wenatchee Heights camera, sometimes referred to as the cross camera. It's located fairly close to the iconic cross that overlooks the Wenatchee Valley. Beautiful view there. I have no idea what Malcolm has in the queue. We'll find out together, and he has decided we're going to go take a look at Lake Wenatchee from Nanapoc Ridge. No snow. It's all gone now on Dirty Face. Just a couple of remnants of snow up the White River Valley and the Little Wenatchee Valley. That's about it. Beautiful day up there. And outside of mosquitoes, which is a prevalent problem in that area this time of the year. Camera number 3 takes us to, I want to say that's Hose Landing, but I'm right? Wow, I got one right. Hello, Aniat. How are you? That's Hose Landing on the Douglas County side of the river, looking across the Columbia towards a good chunk of Aniat on your way up to Lake Chelan. And camera number 4, Arondo Rock says hello. Well, hello, Lake Aniat. Speaking of Aniat, and the Wenatchee Valley off in the distance, and I think Mission Ridge is pretty much done with the snow. Earlier than normal, of course, they didn't have that much snow to begin with, and when we had those big windstorms back in the mid-December area, it just devastated the snowpack of Mission Ridgeway, so they never really got a whole bunch of snow, the kind of stuff that they really like to have. We're going to take a quick 1-minute break and come back with your weather forecast. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Live channel.
NCW Life Channel is your local TV station. We believe in being the spotlight and mirror to the communities we serve in North Central Washington. Programming on NCW Life would not be possible without our sponsors. Special thanks to our platinum sponsor, Alpine Air. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air.
Celebrate America at the Real Homes Rock Fest on the last Saturday in June. Great bands, including Too Slim and the Tail Draggers and the best Bon Jovi tribute band, Non Jovi. It all happens at the Rock Island Golf Course. Free shuttle service with food and craft vendors and a wine and beer garden. Be prepared for family fun entertainment and live music till the fireworks show. The Real Homes Rock Fest at the Rock Island Golf Course, Saturday, June 27th, 2026.
All right, 2 items of business to get to. My live read for Pool to Spa Services, which I almost have memorized. Upgrade relaxation with a Bullfrog Spa from Pool to Spa Services, featuring the exclusive Jetpack Therapy System. It is personalized comfort in every seat. Check it out at Pool to Spa Services. And another friendly reminder, it's time to go online and get your tickets to the Wenatchee River Bluegrass Festival. Everything you need to know is on their website. Top flight national bands coming to the Expo Center on the campus of the Chelan County Fairgrounds in Cashmere. They've been doing this thing for well over 20 years. They know what they're doing by now. They're good folks. And don't forget, if you want to camp with the full camping experience, the full hookup for your trailer or camper, that's first come, first serve, and that begins on the Monday prior to the festival. We are in for some stormy weather. Yeah, tomorrow, Wednesday, could get a little dicey. There's a system coming down from the Gulf of Alaska. It's going to push a shortwave through the region. It's not going to last very long, but tomorrow it's going to be cloudy all day, and tomorrow afternoon into tomorrow evening we have a chance of some thunderstorms, at least rain. We have about a 50% chance of rain, but we can't rule out some thunderstorms, especially in the upper elevations. Nothing like we had last week, but that chance is out there. Just quick heads up on that. From the National Weather Service, 81 today, lots of sunshine, just a few high clouds, beautiful day. 58 for the overnight low tonight. The clouds will be rolling in the overnight hours. You'll wake up to clouds Wednesday. You'll go to bed with clouds Wednesday night. And in the meantime, lots of clouds. Again, chance of rain, maybe a thunderstorm. Can't rule it out anyway. And a little bit cooler with a high of 79. It's going to be breezy Wednesday night as the clouds diminish. We'll dip down to 55 degrees. Lots of sunshine, but lots of wind on Thursday and Thursday night. Very little wind expected on Friday. We'd like that. And provided the show isn't canceled, I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.